Hello my people, Lady Rose here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome, and my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. On this channel we support Harry and Meghan. We do expose the racist treatment of Meghan Markle by the English media, also by the UK royal family. Yes. So guys, remember a few days ago there was you guys King's birthday, the fake birthday? Because we all know his birthday is really in November. So those people are crying out because they didn't see Harry and Meghan to the celebration of Trooping of Color. Guess I don't know what these people really stand for. How do you say something? I like the people who kind of follow their words. If I tell you I don't like you, I'm going to show you I don't like you, and I ain't going to hang out with you. And I'm not going to even cry for your praises. Remember I told you guys I don't like Kate Middleton? I didn't really want her to return. I was not happy to see her the other day. I was so disappointed. But I'm going to continue to pray my Psalm 109. She ain't going to come back fully. I'm just praying for her to go whatever there and disappear forever. If I don't like you, I'm not going to tell you I want to see you. No, I do not want to see you. Like I do not want to see Kate Middleton. No. So let's listen to these people here because they don't know what they really want. They are different kind of people. The kind of people that I don't really hang out with. Let's listen. This guy's acting like he didn't even know that Harry wouldn't be there. Listen.
You mentioned there that Prince Harry won't be on the balcony. We don't expect him to be on the balcony. You've seen her on the balcony before. It's such an important family lineup. All the pictures, everybody's happy, they're smiling, their faces up, watching the fly past. Do you in any way miss Harry being on the balcony, or do you think that one day we could see him return with Meghan on the balcony?
I can't see Harry returning to that, really, no. And yes, I do miss him. I mean, Harry was the most popular royal, wasn't he, a few years ago. And having watched him grow up and known him just a little bit, you know, he was a wonderful little boy and a charming, jovial adolescent. At least that's what we saw. And he was brilliant for the royal family. He did bring a natural common touch, a relatability that would have been a great asset had he stayed. But as far as Harry's concerned, though, I mean, I hope, and I don't pray, but if I did pray, I would pray that he has a happy life now and all that he wanted, the freedom he craved, and he did crave that freedom. The wife he loves, the children he adores, the family life in that model of domestic bliss that he didn't have in his own adolescence. And I wish him all the best.
You know, this journalist from the Sun magazine or TV, wherever, that guy always acts surprised. And he always tends to ask stupid questions about Harry and Meghan. Y'all celebrated them being evicted from Frogmore. You got happy that they left the English country. Right now, you are not satisfied. I don't know where y'all guys stand. No, I don't. This is still the same confused journalist.
How do you think she might feel about Prince Harry's situation? You know, completely out of the family, married, taken his family across to the United States. Do you think she would have supported him? Do you think she would have liked Meghan? What do you think? How do you think she would have reacted if she was still alive now?
I think she would have supported his decision because, let's face it, she was on the brink of possibly going to America, certainly forging her own life outside the royal family. So I think she would have supported him, and I think she would have liked Meghan, a woman who has her own strong views, an independent woman. And I think whilst supporting Harry and Meghan, I think she would have knocked their heads together, William and Harry, and said, come on, boys, enough of this, you know. You promised me you're going to be best mates forever. And I think we wouldn't be in the pickle we are.
Or from those times, how do you think she might feel about Prince Harry's situation? You know, completely out of the family.
So this guy's asking, is pretty much asking that a lady, if what she thinks Princess Diana would think about Harry being married to Meghan. Well, Princess Diana wasn't racist. Princess Diana was dating an Arab guy. She also dated one Indian doctor before. So all those were people of color. So Princess Diana was nothing like y'all guys. Nothing like y'all guys inbred lunatics around here. Nothing. She would have loved Meghan. She would have been happy for these people. She would have been very happy for these two, very happy for her grandbabies. Beautiful babies. Smart babies. I can't wait for Archie to become some kind of relevant person out here. I'm not going to say the same thing about those other ones down there because we don't know. Because it doesn't look like the people are really very smart staying in that palace and growing around that palace. Because, you know, the blood that's been shed in that palace, in those palaces, I'm telling you, you ain't going to grow up to be smart in those places. But Harry was blessed. Because guess what? His mother died when he was very young, and that mother's spirit protected him. And helped him becoming who he is. But that lunatic, that racist Willie Leaks, I'm telling you, I don't know what is really going to come out of him. Well, let's pray for him. Let's pray for his children as well. Y'all, but you know what? I'll be praying for enemies, right? Remember that. Psalm 109 for your reference. So use that. Okay? Yes. So let's go. This journalist's job is always to spy on Harry and Meghan, to question how their life is going to be, to question what happened, to question what's going to happen. I wonder if he doesn't have any better stuff to talk about. But y'all heard about what I told you in my other video. No, not me telling you, but I did play the video. Those tabloids agreed with y'all guys. The news editors, they need Harry on the papers to sell the papers. Because if you have bully him on the front page, you can't sell nothing. No, you can't sell nothing. You need Harry's presence to sell those papers, for God's sake. They can't leave this kid alone. Y'all said you didn't want to see him on the balcony. Y'all said you were very happy that he got evicted from his home. Y'all said his title needed to be removed. He needed to be, even his name had to be removed, that he was born from that family, in that family. But right now, y'all bothered. I don't know. This lady is saying Harry's always wanted a way out. So,
Harry well knows that he's always really wanted a way out of the royal family. You know, you've spoken to him, I've spoken to him. As he said on the record, you know, there were times he wished he'd never been born a prince. And I think he really is living the life he wants to live now. You know, Harry's really happy. Him and Meghan seem very, very content. They're very content and tight as a family unit. Harry's living a wonderful life and the life he's always wanted to live. And I thought, well, that's really wonderful to hear that. I'm really pleased to hear that.
And I've now we have created a fantastic life here in California, which is, by the way, it's beautiful. And America is a great place to live. What's going on, my love?
We are making this balloon arch for Archie's first birthday.
My mum, the ginger gene is a strong one.
Look at that. Both of them.
The Spencer gene is very, very strong. I actually really genuinely thought at the beginning of my relationship that should this go the distance, and then we have kids, that there's no way the ginger gene will stand up to my wife's genes, but I was wrong. I've really felt the presence of my mum, especially in the...
Harry well knows that he's always really wanted a way out.
yeah. So y'all know Harry's always wanted a way out, and now he's out and you can't leave him in peace. Why not leave this kid in peace? Let him be. Worry about William. Worry about Kate. Why Meghan? Meghan is black. Y'all don't like black people. But you want what comes with the black people, what the money that comes with black people. The service that comes with black people, you want to use that. Y'all ain't got no sense. Y'all ain't got no common sense. That racist man doing you no damn favors. He ain't doing you lots of favors. Erase that racism. It's outdated. Y'all look like a... Little devils. Look at that Angela Levin lady. Who she look like? She looks like she demon's little daughter. Just look at her face real well. Her and demon, the demon is actually her great-great-grandmother. That demon, what is that big demon's name in the Bible? Them demon never had no names. Y'all, come on here, Sussex Love. You better tell me them demons' name. You be telling me about the King James Bible. So you better come here tell me the name of that demon that Angela Levin came from. Oh, now I remember the demon that Angela Levin came from. His name is Lucifer. Okay, so Lucifer is Angela Levin's great-grandfather. Yes. Yeah. Great-grandfather. Just look at her and take the picture of Lucifer. Have you seen that picture of Lucifer? By the way, it also looks like a King Charles. Yeah, especially with that little portrait of his that they made that got vandalized a few days ago. That portrait with Lucifer and Angela Levin, put them together. They just originated from the same whole bloodline. That's what they are. So look at them people. They're still dreaming that Harry's gonna come back. They're dreaming, so let them be in that deep sleep. Let them keep sleeping. Let them keep dreaming.
Well, how do you say? I'm fascinated to know how does it end this? What is your prediction? I think he's going to come back here, tail between legs, and she'll be left there.
That will. I guarantee that will never happen for one very particular reason: the kids. Those kids are going to stay in the United States. Harry loves those kids to bits. He's a great father. I'm convinced that he's always been terrific with children. So while she has breath in her body, those kids will remain in the States, and therefore Harry will.
Well, how do you say? I'm fascinated to know how does it end this? What is your prediction? I think he's going to come back here, tail between legs, and she'll be left there.
That will. I guarantee that will never happen for one very particular reason: the kids. Those kids are going to stay in the United States. Harry loves those kids to bits. He's a great father. I'm convinced that he's always been terrific with children. So.
Yeah. So they're still dreaming. Harry's gonna come back to them. He left all of y'all guys with your whiteness. Left all the whiteness. Can't follow the black one. You can't have him back. You lost. Losers. You know, most of those women who are in denial about Harry coming back, they are all grandmothers. They're all old ladies. I wonder what they have about Harry coming back to the United Kingdom. Harry saw your daughters. He knows how your daughters were born. All of them were born from cousin to cousin to cousin. They're inbred kids. Harry wanted to have some straight kids out here. He didn't want to have kids with lots of deformity from chromosome twisted, minded people. He didn't want that. Let's listen to Harry himself. What made him leave? What y'all said about his wife? What y'all said about his mother? Beautiful mother-in-law, Dorian, Miss Dorian. God bless you. So in this piece here, a journalist is asking Harry questions. So let's listen.
But where are you now? I think that's one question people have at the end of all this. Are you happy?
Yes, I'm very, very happy. I'm very at peace. I am in a better place than I've ever been. And I think that probably angers some people, infuriates others, because just by the nature of me leaving, I'm sure some people always thought that Meghan would leave, right? But I don't think they ever thought that I would leave as well. But just by leaving, it's embarrassing for some people. As I said, it wasn't something that I would have necessarily chosen at the time, but, you know, I own my story, and I own the results. But I got 2 beautiful kids and an amazing wife. Like, the happiness in my family now, I have never felt anywhere else before.
But where are you now? I think that's one question people have at the end.
Did y'all hear that? He's never been this happy before. Did you hear that? Y'all never made this kid happy before. Look at what y'all did to his mother. You, the tabloids. Well, sometimes we be blaming y'all guys for nothing because y'all guys be... You're carrying someone else's cross because of your dumbness, because y'all so broke. You gotta do what you gotta do to feed your children. That's why y'all are where you all are. And they blame the disappearance of Princess Diana on y'all guys. Because the nature of the job that y'all chose. It's not late. Especially for the younger generation, it's not late. Take yourself out of that hole. That tabloid hole is not a good profession. It's not a good profession with good reputation. So just leave it right now. Look for better career. It's still time. If you're 40 years or 50 years, go back to school. Do something with your life, even if you're 60 years old. Leave that tabloid career. Look at this Bauer guy. What is his name? Tom Bauer. Look at him. His mouth became elongated because of lies. Look at Angela Levin. She's even losing muscles on her lips because of lies. I'm just saying. So I'm telling y'all guys, these tabloid journalists, y'all need to look for better thing to do. Because I mean, look at Angela Levin's lips. Her lips are losing volume because she tells lots of lies. Every single thing that she says comes out of her mouth, it's a pure lie. I mean, look at Nana Aqua. Her face looks surprised. She looks surprised. Like this. I'm telling you, she looks so surprised. Her face, that face needs lots of work to do. Somebody need to do something. She looks surprised. Them all people, few of them look very surprised. Look at them faces. Because that career is not suitable for people of a certain age. And so, my dear young people from 18 to 65, go back to school, look for a better career, build a business, or create a YouTube channel. I can help you out. I open a YouTube channel for you. And we're going to help you down here with Sassy Squad to build that channel. If you only agree to quit that thing there and come expose those people. Expose all those racists. Expose the king. Expose the tabloids. All those people to us down here. We help you out. And Church Nail is doing good job here. Also, Leader Washington. God bless you all, my queens. They're doing good job here. They're promoting our channels. So y'all, don't be like Nana Aqua. Surprise! Surprise! For these confused people, listen to Harry.
That was the start of a learning journey for me. I became aware that I'd be living in a bubble within this family, within this institution. And I was sort of almost trapped in a thought process or a mindset. Within the first 8 days of our relationship being made public was when it said Harry's girl almost straight out of Compton. And that her exotic DNA will be thickening the royal blood. You get followed, photographed, chased, harassed. The clicking of cameras and the flashes of cameras makes my blood boil. It makes me angry. It takes me back to what happened to my mum, what I experienced when I was a kid.
That's enough.
But it went to a whole new depth. With not just traditional media, but also social media platforms as well. I felt completely helpless. I thought my family would help, but every single ask, request, warning, whatever it is, just got met with total silence or total neglect. We spent 4 years trying to make it work. We did everything that we possibly could to stay there and carry on doing the role and doing the job. But Meghan was struggling. I think people have seen the photograph of us, squeezing each other's hands as we walked into the Royal Albert Hall in London for a charity event. She was 6 months pregnant at the time. What perhaps people don't understand is earlier that evening, Meghan decided to share with me the suicidal thoughts and the practicalities of how she was going to end her life. The scariest thing for her was her clarity of thought. She hadn't lost it. She wasn't crazy. She wasn't self-medicating, be it through pills or through alcohol. She was absolutely sober. She was completely sane. Yet, in the quiet of night, these thoughts woke her up. The thing that stopped her from seeing it through was how unfair it would be on me. After everything that had happened to my mum, and to now be put in a position of losing another woman in my life, with a baby inside of her, our baby, I'm somewhat ashamed of the way that I dealt with it. And of course, because of the system that we were in, and the responsibilities and the duties that we had a quick cuddle, and then we had to get changed, and I had to jump in a convoy with a police escort and drive to the Royal Albert Hall for a charity event, and then step out into a wall of cameras and pretend as though everything's okay. There wasn't an option to say, you know what, tonight we're not going to go. Because just imagine the stories that come from that. While my wife and I were in those chairs, gripping each other's hand, the moment the lights go down, Meghan starts crying. I'm feeling sorry for her, but I'm also really angry with myself that we're stuck in this situation. I was ashamed that it got this bad. I was ashamed to go to my family. Because to be honest with you, like a lot of other people my age could probably relate to, I know that I'm not going to get from my family what I need. I then had a son who I'd far rather be solely focused on, rather than every time I look in his eyes, wondering whether my wife is going to end up like my mother and I'm going to have to look after him myself. That was one of the biggest reasons to leave. Feeling trapped and feeling controlled through fear, both by the media and by the system itself, which never encouraged the talking about this kind of trauma. But certainly now, I will never be bullied into silence. One of the biggest lessons that I've ever learned in life is you've sometimes got to go back and to deal with really uncomfortable situations and to be able to process it in order to be able to heal. For me, therapy has equipped me to be able to take on anything. That's why I'm here now. That's why my wife is here now. That feeling of being trapped within the family is, there was no option to leave. Eventually, when I made that decision for my family, I was still told, you can't do this. I was like, well, how bad does it have to get until I am allowed to do this? Where she was going to end her life. It shouldn't have to get to that. Do I have any regrets? Yeah, my biggest regret is not making more of a stance earlier on in my relationship with my wife and calling out the racism when I did. History was repeating itself. My mother was chased to her death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white. And now look what's happened. You want to talk about history repeating itself? They're not going to stop until she dies. It's incredibly triggering to potentially lose another woman in my life. Like, so the list is growing. And it all comes back to the same people, the same business model, the same industry. Because my father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer. In fact, quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever experiences negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids. We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you, that you don't pass on? That was...
Yeah. So there you go. You heard Prince Harry. Prince Harry told you everything. So y'all gonna sit down there and pray for Harry and Meghan to divorce or whatever to happen to them. Guess what? All of y'all guys gonna disappear before Prince Harry and Meghan. Rose, Kate and William gonna break up in few more days, around a few more months, and William is gonna marry Rose Hanbury. Listen to me really well. William is going to marry Rose Hanbury, and William is going to also divorce Rose Hanbury, and he's going to marry the other third rose of the roses, okay? Before Meghan and Harry, anything is going to happen to them. We are here. We're going to watch y'all guys. Yeah. Everything you're wishing to Harry and Meghan is going to come straight to Kate and William. And Kate and William, we can see the proof. The proof is out here. Yeah. The devil is in details. Look at their demeanors yesterday. I'm going to come with a video about those people again. I'm going to still juice it up. I know most of y'all guys do not want to see that military around here, but I need to talk about the body language. Everything that happened the other day on Saturday, last week. Everything you wishing, bad thing you wishing to Harry and Meghan is going to come straight right out at you. William is going to marry all those 3 women and he's going to divorce all of them. When Harry and Meghan will still be together. Meghan also has some message for y'all racists.
This felt like being a fly. I think it's a really important campaign to be. My name is Meghan Markle, and I'm here because I think it's a really important campaign to be a part of. For me, I think it hits a really personal note. I'm biracial. Most people can't tell what I'm mixed with, and so much of my life has felt like being a fly on the wall. And so some of the slurs that I've heard, or the really offensive jokes or the names, it's just hit me in a really strong way. And then, you know, a couple years ago I heard someone call my mom the N-word. So I think for me, beyond being personally affected by racism, just to see the landscape of what our country is like right now, certainly the world, and to want things to be better. Quite honestly, your race is part of what defines you. I think what shifts things is that the world really treats you based on how you look. Certain people don't look at me and see me as a black woman or a biracial woman. They treat me differently, I think, than they would if they knew what I was mixed with. And I think that is, I don't know, it can be a struggle as much as it can be a good thing depending on the people that you're dealing with. Leaving LA, it was sort of like leaving this bubble where I was used to everything and had been exposed to everything except for a closed-mindedness that I experienced when I traveled outside of where I was from. And I think that in doing that, it just really opened my eyes to a mentality that still exists, that I thought was backdated to the days of when my grandfather moved our family from Cleveland to LA, and they drove across the country and to stop and get food, whatever kind of place they were going to, and they had to go around to the back to get food for the family. You know, I thought that that was really isolated to those days that we were past, and sadly they're not. I am really proud of my heritage on both sides. I'm really proud of where I've come from and where I'm going. But yeah, I hope that by the time I have children, that people are even more open-minded to how things are changing, and that having a mixed world is what it's all about. I mean, certainly it makes it a lot more beautiful and a lot more interesting. My name's Meghan Markle.
Yeah, that's about what Meghan had to say before she married into that family, looking all happy fighting racism around here. For y'all guys who say that Meghan does deny where she came from, Meghan never hid who her parents were. Never. All y'all guys coming with all the lies like Meghan tried to pass to as a white woman in a movie, wherever. Those movie people never wanted to take her. For a movie role for a black woman, she never qualified. For a white woman, she never qualified. So y'all stop lying in this kid's name. I saw this video on TikTok where a lady was talking about Meghan, like Meghan doesn't want people to know her mother. She never wanted people to know that she was black. She came from a black mother because she wanted a movie role in Hollywood. Do you think Hollywood is that dumb? Hollywood is no dumb. Hollywood knows everybody how they look like. I mean, Meghan is from America. Meghan is from America, for God's sake. Then Meghan denied that her mother was a black woman. She didn't want people to know that she was black. She was just associated with the white people. What a lies. And another lady came like, well, Meghan always wanted to hang around with white people because she went to school with white people, that Immaculate High School. Well, I saw black people hanging out with Meghan. So if you go on my page here on YouTube, you're gonna find Meghan with black kids there in that Immaculate School. So stop saying all those. So Meghan never once denied that she had a black ancestry. Never. For you guys' information. So y'all guys lies, oh my goodness. What do you want, guys? What do you want, these racists? Chill out. Peace out. Mind all those people, viewers, y'all call yourselves majorities. Means you guys are more than us around here. In Western countries, at least. So use your majorities. Use them for money. Why are you clinging this little black lady? Why? You said she was irrelevant, but yet you can't sell your papers if you do not say her name. You can't make a YouTube video without Harry and Meghan's name because nobody ain't gonna click on no boring people. Nobody. Who's gonna click on some alcoholics? Who's gonna click on some Missingtons, McMumbles? Nobody. Nobody. Yeah, let's listen to this beautiful journalist here. She says, Meghan Markle ain't no Wadey Katie.
A kind, handsome prince falls madly in love with a beautiful Hollywood starlet, and they live happily ever after. But hang on, this Hollywood starlet is a fiercely intelligent, independent woman who's forged a successful career in the cutthroat world of showbiz. She's a campaigner, a charity worker. She says stuff like Trump is a misogynist. Meghan Markle is no fluffy sloan whose only aim in life is to marry well. She's no weighty Katie messing around with menial jobs till her prince decides to propose. She's a woman with a mind of her own. A kind, handsome...
You know, the good white people with good heart, not the inbreds. I'm not talking about the inbreds. Those ones, they're terrible. They are losers. You know, they live in old money, some of them, and that old money makes them
lit
brains.
a spark that will keep partners with the Sussex's Archwell Foundation. He also said that the couple's visit to the Lightway Academy in Abuja was not just a photo op and had a lasting effect
on the pupils. Jack, there's been a lot of talk about the success or otherwise of this Nigeria visit, and this coming off the back of some suggestion that the First Lady of Nigeria had been criticising Meghan, this fulsome praise for what they achieved.
Absolutely. Look, I think there is everything Harry and Meghan do attracts some criticism. I think they need to not take it to heart and not overly fixate on it. I think
see it as par for the course.
See it as par for the course. They need to come away knowing that overwhelmingly the impression that came across from the Nigeria tour was positive, and it made them look great. They, being photographed helping children who need help is exactly what they should be doing. I don't personally see why they can't do more of this in America. I think it would be fantastic if they did.
They lit a spark that will...
They lit a spark. Those are the white people who are good-hearted ones. Those ones, they have no racist bone in them. They were born from good parents. Yeah. But if you look at these inbreds, because their chromosomes meet each other. You know, when the chromosome, the 23, they start meeting each other halfway. You know, that's when you create those Angeles from. That's how you create these haters. Those tombowers, where do you think they came from? From the 23 chromosomes twisted in a half, then you bring the 13 of chromosome, and then you twist them backwards again. That's when you get all the hates. Not all white people are racist. Not all of them have terrible hearts, except the inbreds. Always, all of them. Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. Let me film this a little water here for y'all guys at the park where I'm at. So this is a little water at the park where I'm at. So this is my little park. It's got some little water. Look at them birds right there. They came swimming. The weather's kind of getting warmer. So they by the water, they in the water swimming here. All right, my people, please subscribe to Isabella Beck's channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to all the Sesame Friendly channel. I'm gonna see y'all guys again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Please share my videos as well for the people who are able to do so. Thank you very much. Bye for now.